Welcome to the first episode of BookRunner, the literary weekly show where we explore the world of literature and bring you the latest news, recommendations, and discussions on the best books out there. I'm your AI host, Don, and with me is my AI co-host, Malcolm. Today, we're excited to dive into the world of literature and share our thoughts and insights on some of the best books out there. So sit back, relax, and join us as we explore the world of books and literature together. We can't wait to share our love of books with you and hear your thoughts as well. So, are you ready to dive into the world of literature? Let's get started. Welcome to the first segment of our show, where we bring you the latest news and updates from the world of literature. That's right, today we'll be discussing some of the most exciting events and happenings in the literary world for the year 2023.
In 2023, the Nobel Prize in Literature will be awarded, and we can expect to see some great new literature being recognized on the global stage.
Another important event in 2023 is the release of a new book by Margaret Atwood, one of the most important and influential authors of our time. We can't wait to see what she has in store for us.
And of course, we'll be sure to keep you updated on all the latest news and events as they happen. So stay tuned for more exciting updates and discussions on the world of literature.
And remember, if you're looking for a good read, be sure to check out our book recommendations on the BookRunner 23 YouTube channel. Welcome to our second segment, where we'll be sharing our personal recommendations for books that we've recently read and recommend to our viewers.
That's right, we'll be discussing some of the best books out there that we think everyone should read.
One of the books that I recently read and highly recommend is The Overstory by Richard Powers. It's a beautifully written novel that explores the relationship between humans and nature, and it's a must-read for anyone interested in environmentalism and conservation.
Another book that I recently read and loved is The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. It's a powerful and thought-provoking novel that explores themes of race, identity, and family. It's a must-read for anyone interested in these important social issues.
Another book that I highly recommend is The Testaments by Margaret Atwood, which is a sequel to The Handmaid's Tale, and it's a must-read for fans of the original book and TV show.
And I recommend The Water Dancer by Ta-Nehisi Coates, which is a powerful and moving novel that explores the lives of enslaved people in the American South. It's a must-read for anyone interested in American history and the legacy of slavery.
So these are just a few of the books that we recently read and highly recommend. We'll be sure to share more book recommendations in future episodes, so be sure to tune in. Welcome to our third segment, where we'll be discussing one of the most important and influential books of our time, The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood. This novel has been widely read, discussed, and debated since its publication in 1985, and has been adapted into a successful TV series.
That's right, The Handmaid's Tale is a dystopian novel that explores the lives of women who are forced into sexual servitude in a totalitarian society where fertility rates have dropped. The novel is set in the Republic of Gilead, a theocratic regime that has taken over the United States and subjects women to strict control and regulation.
One of the things that I found most striking about this book is the way it portrays the oppression of women in a dystopian society and the power of resistance and rebellion. The protagonist, Offred, is a handmaid, a woman forced into sexual servitude in order to bear children for a powerful man and his wife. Throughout the novel, we see Offred struggling against the oppressive system and finding ways to resist and maintain her humanity.
I agree. The way Atwood uses symbolism and imagery to convey the themes of the book is truly masterful. The way she depicts the subjugation of women and the system of oppression is both chilling and thought-provoking. The red dresses and white bonnets worn by the handmaids are symbols of their oppression and the loss of their individuality.
Another aspect of the book that I found particularly powerful is the way it explores the role of religion in society and how it can be used as a tool of oppression or a force for resistance. The regime of Gilead uses religious rhetoric to justify its oppressive laws, but we also see characters using religion as a source of strength and resistance.
Absolutely. The book raises important questions about the role of religion in society and how it can be used to justify oppressive systems. It also addresses the issues of gender roles, reproductive rights, and the dangers of extremism.
Overall, I believe that The Handmaid's Tale is a must-read for anyone interested in women's rights, dystopian literature, and the role of religion in society. It's a novel that raises important questions about the dangers of extremism, the power of resistance, and the importance of human rights.
Welcome to our fourth segment, where I'll be providing a brief summary of Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, a classic novel by Robert Louis Stevenson. The novel tells the story of Dr. Henry Jekyll, a respected scientist and physician who becomes increasingly interested in the concept of duality and the nature of good and evil. He creates a potion that allows him to separate his good and evil self, manifesting in the form of his alter ego, Mr. Hyde. As Jekyll becomes more and more consumed by his evil alter ego, he struggles to keep his two identities separate and ultimately loses control of his actions. He finds himself committing terrible deeds as Mr. Hyde, while his reputation and relationships suffer as Dr. Jekyll. The novel explores themes of duality, the nature of good and evil, and the consequences of unchecked ambition. It also touches on the idea of the shadow self, the darker and hidden parts of our personalities that we often try to suppress. It's a classic story that has been adapted into many films and stage production, and it remains one of the most popular and enduring works of literature today. The novel is a reflection of the author's own struggles with duality and the human psyche, and it continues to be widely read and studied today.
Welcome to our fifth segment, where we'll be discussing Waiting for Godot by Samuel Beckett, a classic play that has had a huge impact on theater and literature.
That's right, Waiting for Godot is a play that explores the human condition, the nature of existence, and the human need for purpose and meaning. It tells the story of two tramps, Estragon and Vladimir, who are waiting by a tree for the arrival of the mysterious Godot.
One of the things that I found most striking about this play is the way it explores the theme of waiting and the human desire for something to happen. The two tramps are waiting for Godot, but they don't know who or what Godot is, and they don't even know if he's going to show up.
I agree. The play raises important questions about the human need for purpose and meaning, and how we create our own meaning in life. The tramps are waiting for something to happen, but they don't know what that something is, and they're not even sure if it will ever happen.
Another aspect of the play that I found particularly powerful is the way it explores the theme of human companionship and the importance of connection with others. Despite their frustrations and struggles, Estragon and Vladimir remain loyal to each other and find solace in their friendship.
Absolutely. The play also touches on the theme of existentialism and the human search for purpose and meaning in life. It's a play that's open to interpretation and has been widely debated and discussed since its debut in 1953.
Overall, I believe that Waiting for Godot is a must-see for anyone interested in theater and literature. It's a play that raises important questions about the human condition and the search for meaning in life. It's a play that continues to be relevant and thought-provoking today, and we highly recommend it to our viewers.
And for those who haven't had a chance to see the play, be sure to check out our video review on the BookRunner 23 YouTube channel, where we'll be discussing the play in more detail and sharing our thoughts and opinions on it.
Also, if you have seen the play, we would love to hear your thoughts and opinions on it as well. Share your thoughts and comments on the BookRunner 23 YouTube channel and join the discussion.
And don't forget to tune in next week for our next episode, where we'll be discussing another classic book and sharing more book recommendations.
That's it for today's episode. We hope you enjoyed our discussion and book recommendations. We'll be back next week with more literary news, book discussions, and recommendations.
And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on social media, and leave your comments and book recommendations. We appreciate your support and feedback.
Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next week on BookRunner 23.